What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Let's talk about it. Let's get into Game 5 in the ALDS between the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Guardians in this AL Central matchup. Okay, we're going to talk about it. I'll give you guys my best bets, what sides I'm going to be on, and obviously it's going to come to no surprise to most. This will be a fun one for me. You guys all know I'm an Indians fan, so let's get it. Let's get on to the ALCS and enjoy what we have coming in the sports world today in college football as well as the MLB. Okay, it's an exciting weekend. Last night in Vegas, too, so really excited for these games. If you haven't done so, everyone, make sure you please subscribe right down below. Totally free to do so. Smash that like button. And if you haven't done it or know about it, we do have a channel membership available if you do want to give back to the channel. $9.99 a month. We don't charge for picks, but subscribe down below if you want to become a channel member today here at TBM. It's a great way to give back, and I appreciate all my channel members tuning in. Okay, but let's get into it. Let's talk about the outlier where we look into this game. We look at Cleveland right now coming in as a plus 105 underdog at home. Game 5. All right, also on the run line, minus 180 if you do like Cleveland, plus 1.5, and that total is set yet again at 6. So that's a low total. Matthew Boyd going against Tark Skewball. We saw what Boyd did, basically going 4 2/3, I believe, in his last start against the likes of the Detroit Tigers. A very impressive start where it was a strong start. It was not a quality start. Did not go 5, but he did throw 4 2/3 scoreless, striking out 5. So I think this is going to be a nervy game for Detroit. And the one thing about Detroit that I'm going to tell you guys in this spot, it is going to be very, very public for people to be betting Skewball. Okay, we're seeing an overwhelmingly amount of the bets on Detroit. However, there is a lot of the money being bet on Cleveland, and it is something where you just have to ask yourself, who do you trust winning? Who do you trust hitting in kind of a win or go home type of game? If you saw Skewball's a body language and emotion in Game 2, this is something where he was fired up. He was back and forth with the rowdy Cleveland home crowd, and I think this is something where those comments are going to be received, and they're going to come back, and it's going to be even more crazy, especially with this game being kind of the segue into a lot of those Guardians fans going to be watching Ohio State immediately following within that big matchup against Oregon. So think of it like a pregame or a tailgate. I think it's going to be one where they're going to be loud, rowdy, and it's going to be a raucous environment. Sometimes that isn't a good thing for the hitters, okay? But I do think if Cleveland gets some momentum, they can have one big inning. And with that bullpen, that's all it's going to take. They just need one big inning where they get the Skewball, they plate 2 or 3, and that might be all it takes, guys, especially with the total set so low at a 6. We've seen this series kind of stay under that number, except for Game 1 where Cleveland blanked them 7-0. And quite frankly, nobody saw that one coming. And this could be something we see today where Cleveland just has one big inning and they end up winning, 2, 3, 4 to 0. Okay, and then if we get into that bullpen, it's basically all but over for the Tigers in the spot. Now, I don't like fading Skewball. This isn't going to be a huge wager. It's not going to be an emotional wager where I do take Cleveland blindly just because I'm an Indians fan. I just think right now, with the way the money is, getting Cleveland at home in a win or go home spot, plus money is the side to be on, and that's where we're going to be taking Cleveland here, plus money, as well as I'm going to take Cleveland here. If you can find it in your books, you can kind of do a split where you can take the Cleveland money line and the Cleveland plus 1.5 number, and you can find Cleveland basically getting a run, a little bit of an insurance policy at a minus 150 price. That's kind of a great parlay builder as well. If you want to add that to the mix of your college football bets, that's something that I'm exploring as well. But I do think that this game is going to be something where Skewball on the road is not that, Cy Young caliber. It's not as much, I should say. He's good, but now he pitches a little bit off a shorter rest, I should say. It's nothing extreme where we have to look into trends and data where we could back up some of these numbers where it actually does play a role. But I just think this is something where this rematch of Game 2 is where I would lend towards Cleveland, more so because I just think that they're going to be able to hit in a tough spot. Okay, we could talk about some of the insights in the game, and I'll get to that in a second. And if you're worried about one thing in this game, it will be the fact that I don't like the Guardians and Matthew Boyd. How much can lightning strike twice? So I just worry about that a little bit. But here are some of the insights to back up my bets. The Tigers are 5 of their last 6 against the spread on the road. The under, though, for the Cleveland Guardians has hit 15 of the last 19 games. cashing at a 79% clip, and you can find that under set at 6 at a minus 118 price is the best number available. And then we can talk about the Tigers, 20-5 in their last 25 games as a favorite. So everything says Tigers. The people, the bets, everybody wants the Tigers. Maybe not Major League Baseball. I think they'd rather have Cleveland play in the next round. Hopefully Cleveland and the Yankees, and that's something where we do get that matchup. That would be a nice little rematch where we do get, if you guys remember the game with the Locusts, that's something where the Locust games where you remember Jobber Chamberlain had bugs all over his face, and that magic Cleveland was able to win in that game. But give me the Guardians. Comes simple as that. It's something where you're going to throw all the data out of the window. Just go take the better team at home, getting plus money. That's where I'm going to be at. And like I said, guys, it's not going to be a crazy bet. It's just going to be kind of where I'm at for my rooting investing interest as well within my best bets. So we will give out the Cleveland money line at a plus 105 price, and also that Cleveland run line split plus 1 at minus 150. We'll see what happens. I was wrong last night with the Padres. It is what it is, but the Dodgers were the right side to be on, so I'll tip my cap. We live the bet another day, and let's cash some tickets in the major leagues. So appreciate you guys watching. As always, remember to subscribe down below before exiting this video. Smash that like button, and let's get it. Let's cash some tickets, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Good luck.